2 on the Ringmaster, and Yuma actually going for the Frost Dragon facet. Not something we've seen too often. It's been picked up a couple of times, but I wonder what the purpose of this is, as up top, eventually they do end up finding Nightfall. But no stick here for Toronto Tokyo, so these Shadow Poisons, if they start to stack up, now they're going to take their toll on the Slather. King Jungles actually pops the Mango. Doesn't he want to set up for the kill here? That grenade's going to get dropped. There is another Shadow Poison. It's actually enough. 5 stacks of the poison. They take down Toronto Tokyo, and Mira might be next. Does have the Lotus and the Fairy Fire though, so not the easiest kill to find, and does lose his courier though. And up top, Nightfall actually having a very rough lane on the Medusa. Ollie though. Perhaps an opportunity here on the Vi, who has a lot of armor, but the Gorgon's Grasp will miss. One more right click will do it. The Vi will fall, but while this is happening mid lane, they find the Storm Mikoto to fall back on. Mira, he's not even started on that though. Okay, wait, he actually has, because there is a strong camp stack here that Nightfall can eventually take. But if the side of AURORA can apply pressure onto Yuma like they are right now, then it might be okay. It might be buying some time for the Medusa to come back into the game. But this lane almost feels like it's not worth coming back to, because the wave is just absolutely pushing in. As seems like they're going to make another attempt for the Dragon Knight down bottom here. Mira, no more points in the knives, but Toronto Tokyo seems intent on chasing. However, Whisper in with the Edict will quickly punish Toronto Tokyo. 800 power rune though. Okay, amp damage can be picked up here by, or rather denied by KJ, as the stun comes in perfectly from Whisper. Nets them the kill. Schofield is the one to pick it up, but Whisper with a very... And oh no, mid lane, Mira steps a bit too far forward. Whisper though, he actually toggled off the pulse though, but the Lightning Storm will ensure he gets the kill. There's the Slash Rack. It's time to ramp up now. And Heroic, they're already making a move here for Nightfall. The Wise Creep also looking to get in on the action as Nightfall's just dead. The Edict ticks him down. And Whisper, even before the Blink Dagger, being super active on the map. Mid lane though, bit of a move made onto Whisper here. They're going to be able to find the kill. Mikoto finally getting a stack of the Galvanize. It's actually Ollie who picks up the kill, but the kill... Schofield keeping an eye on to Mira. Mira, no points in the escape act, so he's just going to die to the Demonic Purge here. Tries to throw the Strength Tonic, but it's dispelled by the Demonic Purge. And while this is happening, Toronto Tokyo also being scouted here. Schofield, banish onto him. He can most certainly find the kill. Whisper, does he see the storm? No, Mikoto is hiding in a crevice. Mira's actually going to be the one who TPs in a crevice. Mira's actually going to be the one who TPs in. Whisper's going to settle for the Ringmaster. Very quick kill going their way. As AURORA, they start bringing in the numbers, but it's a bit too late. Milk is already spilled. The mid lane tier 1 tower was taken by the Vi, and now the heroes with the Battle Hunger and the Dominated Creep, and doesn't seem like AURORA have an answer for him just yet. Toronto Tokyo is looking to pick up the Blink Dagger soon, but it's going to be a while before that's up. In fact, they're going to throw the Demonic Purge onto the Slather. The Strength Tonic does not help, neither does the Song. Whisper just deals too much damage on the Leshrac, and that's going to be Wheel of Wonder popped as well. 2 worlds gone, but you still lose your Slather. And there's still, again, the threat of the Whisper Leshrac with the Edict. Mortimer's Kiss is flying through from Schofield as Ollie's gonna fall. Mikoto dropping very, very low as well. Ticked down by the Battle Hunger. He's gonna die. Mira actually also probably gonna fall here as Whisper connects with the stun. And it's only Nightfall standing by his lonesome. Actually, he's just gonna pop the Stone Gaze and run all the way back to his tier 3 tail between his legs. The Galvanize, courtesy of the second point in Ball Lightning. And Yuma would be the perfect pick here. They're going to go in with Corrosive Haze. This Dragon Knight is tanky, but with that Corrosive Haze laid down, he's not tanky enough to survive. Although, TPs are coming in. Whisper's going to find Mikoto here. It's arguably the best possible trade they could have asked for. A mid laner taken down in response. Would have loved to find more. The Atos was flying through, but somehow the Slather manages to TP out right before that. How much is that attack speed slow? Okay, 35, then amped up by 30% for the time being as they find the Naga Siren. He's got a pretty decent attack slow. I mean, that's like another 2, so 14. So it's like he reduces attack speed by 49, and that's actually not bad. Pretty decent. Also reduces healing, but oh, up top. The Y actually reduces Toronto Tokyo's life total to 0. Gets a stack of the Code of Blood. The Calling Blade finally doing some work. But down bottom, well, things are not looking any better for the side of Aurora. They're gonna lose Toronto Tokyo. Mikoto is just gonna zip and TP out. This game is... And, okay, Whisper, just gonna find the Naga Siren here. No mirror image for Ollie, so he just dies. Know if that's gonna change anything as the Y actually with the call out onto the Medusa. Aurora, they need to bring in the whole heroes if they want to protect Nightfall here. Demonic Purge laid down Stone Gaze force, but the Mortimer's Kisses are flying through. Yuma wants to go in for this. There's the escape act, buying some time, but the Y with the blink and the call. He's gonna make sure that Nightfall dies. And well, back to the tier 2 push in the mid lane. Oh no, holy shit. Schofield, what a psychopath, goes and even finds the Ringmaster.
Okay, now where were we?
Whisper smoked up, he's gonna run into Ollie on the Naga Siren, and Ollie is gonna be history. Very short, brief page. But he was there. And so was this Ringmaster a moment ago. Now he's everywhere. Let's see you take that fight. And Yuma gonna make quick work of the range racks. Turning his attention towards the melee racks. They need to stop him. Toronto Tokyo gonna go in. Corrosive Haze laid out upon Yuma on the Dragon Knight. He is dropping low, but the Glimmer Cape is gonna be there, keeping him alive for the time being. Demonic Cleanse is well laid out, so the Corrosive Haze gets dispelled. He gets healed, and the Vi finds a dunk. That's Nightfall dead. Aurora, probably not long for this world. Nice call out by the Vi, but it doesn't last all that long. Much like me in bed, Toronto Tokyo. He's gonna be fine. But the side of Aurora is just finding a way to do damage. Nightfall just is unable to stand his ground on the Medusa given the start he's had. Heroic, try and find the Aegis here. The Vi actually venturing outside the pit, trying to act like some sort of early warning system. They will spot out the members from Aurora, and there's the Kisses coming through. Calls out as well. Escape act doesn't last nearly long enough as he will pull back Nightfall into the clutches of Heroic, but Heroic have to run. Stone Gate has been popped. Nightfall losing mana though, but actually he keeps a lot of it back. The Snake bouncing around doing some work. And overall, it's starting to look like Aurora, if they could continue chipping, they could win. But Whisper goes and finds one. It's Ollie on the Naga Siren. And the Vi, okay, he's also gone in with the call, able to find the Ringmaster. Toronto Tokyo in some trouble now. Demonic Purge out onto him. The Vi finds another dunk. As he is just... yeah, he's just chopping them down one by one, isn't he? Yuma. This freshly minted Assault Cuirassy is gonna go high ground. No glyph available either for the side of Aurora, so they are gonna have to throw bodies at the flow if they want to hold on to the second set of fracks here. They're gonna start with Toronto Tokyo in with the initiation. The call's out by the Vi though, and the Edict just chewing through Toronto Tokyo. The Aghanim Scepter won't help you with that, as Ollie pops the Song of the Siren looking to reset the fight. That's a nice Wheel of Wonder. It will split up the side of Heroic, but at this point, splitting them up is more of an inconvenience to Heroic rather than a legit teamfight tactic, as the Vi is gonna find another kill. Dunks out onto the Ringmaster, no buyback. Medusa dead as well. GG's called. Aurora tap out. 33 excruciating minutes finally come to an end as they can put their heads together for game number 2. As the Vi...
10 seconds.
Schofield spots out the sky, Ollie thinking about perhaps finding this kill, but it's a bit difficult. Nightfall trying to contribute with the Storm Hammer, but Don't know if they can find the kill. Actually, with the Liquid Frost, they might. The Divide dropping very, very low up top, and it's going to be Nightfall who finds first blood. Great start for the Sven. And if Elven Skin coming out for Yuma early, trying to trade better into Toronto Tokyo, but it's not pretty hard here to win trades against, especially with Ash, as they're going to try and go for a kill here. The Divine Favor not going to be enough, healing ward's there, and Yuma realizes he's just going to give up, and Toronto Tokyo gets himself a kill. Fall on the Sven. Schofield drops the Observer Ward. The Holy Courier is going to die. It had a couple of TP scrolls on it, but some counter rotations coming in from the side of Aurora. Mikoto is going to TP up top. There's Ollie. Very uncomfortable. They'll just commit the Ice Path with Skyrat Maze. They'll find the kill with the Sonic Wave, but Mikoto has to be careful. And now Yuma coming in on the Juggernaut just beats down that Jakiro. And spin TP out. Yuma's going to be fine. That's God Strength boost from Nightfall. While Toronto Tokyo also looking to get involved, but Aurora, it's only going to be like... Meantime, down bottom, KJ with his little army trying to push this tier 1, but actually Scorpion's presence might enable them to find Toronto Tokyo on Sada, who's all alone, and the Omni Slash does the work. End of God out as well, as in the mid lane they're making a move here for Whisper, but Whisper will have that regen kicking in, so he's not going to be too easy to take down. Divine Favor as well now as KJ TP's in to the mid lane. Mikoto with another Scream, but Whisper's fine. He's got himself a wand. He's not going to have too much of a farm advantage if the game's going to be passive, because now the Jug can actually keep up. Stampede out from the Centaur as they spot out Mira up top. There's the Ancient Seal coming through. They'll commit the Roar as well, and they'll find Mira on the Bounty Hunter. Seems like despite the side of... mid lane, however, Whisper gonna learn the hard way that Toronto Tokyo now has a Blade Dagger. Perfect kill for Aurora. Toronto Tokyo picks that one up. Wonder what his first item is going to be. I feel like this game, the Aghanim Scepter is actually really good, because outside of the Mystic Flare, all the damage coming in from Heroic is going to be physical. Anyway, down bottom, Nightfall actually scouts out a stack, but he's under an Observer Ward here. He's going to be caught out by the Mystic Flare and the Hoofstorm coming in from the Vi. Yuma also making his way there, but there's the God Strength coming in. Omni Slash flying through from Yuma, though he's going to find himself a double kill. As Toronto Tokyo now all by himself. Actually, never mind. He's got the backup coming in. Mikoto is going to come through on the Queen of Pain. Yuma will TP out. They will give up Schofield, but Heroic, they fight so much in the bottom lane. They take down the enemy position 1, and there's the pause. Excuse me. Bit of a goof up on my end, actually. I ended up pausing the game. On my end, of course. It's not Yuma. By the looks of it, though. Mira scouting things out. Nightfall's gonna settle for the Chen. Oh, the Y actually blinks back in, hoping he could turn it around with the help of the Stomp. The Stomp was nice, but the follow-up was not there. Now, though, with Yuma coming in, they will be able to find Slada, but they end up losing the Vi. Macropire laid out as well as Schofield in some trouble. It's gonna be 3 kills going the way of Aurora, and Yuma, well, he does get 1, but Nightfall arguably finds a lot more. Seems like Heroic, seeing that the God Strength was used, they're going to get themselves the Aegis here. Probably going to be Beastmaster picks it up. The Vi go in with the Storm, out onto 2, both supports dropping very, very low. But Jakiro surviving for now. Whisper gets the Bounty Hunter with the Roar, Ollie to fall as well. 2 quick kills going the way of Heroic. And that's going to be Whisper down with the Blink Dagger. God as well. Oh, Ollie, however, is going to fall prey to the Omni Slash. Yuma gets a freebie. Smokes out from Schofield. Toronto Tokyo would be the perfect kill. There's the Roar coming in along with the Mystic Flare and the Aghanim Scepter, along with the Axes. Makes quick work of the Slava. Nightfall though, looking for an opening perhaps. Devi will be spotted. Mira as well, however, and with the silence and the damage coming in from the Skyrath, should be able to find the bounty, but the bounty gets away. In fact, Nightfall deletes the Skyrath from the game. Well, that's Godstrand down now for a while. Whisper spotting out the Queen of Pain, instantly TP's back. Perhaps Nightfall should have just gone for the MKB directly. And then later on look to pick up the Daedalus. Well, Devi gonna be deleted here by the Sven. That's gonna be Gem hitting the deck. Mira's gonna pick that one up. As Mikoto looks for more, he's gonna find Schofield in the trees here. Mystic Flare dropped. It gives Schofield a bit of a barrier, but that's no good against the pure damage. Sonic Wave secures Mikoto the second kill. Double for him, looking for the BKB next on the Queen of Pain. So they're gonna smoke up themselves too. Nightfall has a Daedalus, so could just delete heroes right off the bat, but they spot out Mira. They quickly take him out with the help of the Beastmaster, but now Devi in some trouble as the Sonic Wave and the Swen both hammering away at him, but the Divine Favor is going to keep him alive along with the Hand of God and the Healing Ward. Devi is fine, and Aurora, they've blown their load. They don't have any more ultimates to work with. Nightfall does have the BKB, could look to go back in, but this is not looking like a good fight for Aurora, so they will just go up. And if Heroic are able to catch out Aurora, they will find them in a 4v3. As Ollie gonna be taken down here on the Jakiro. Devi finds him with the double edge. Yuma does lose his courier, but doesn't have anything too valuable on it. Okay, well, they're gonna make an attempt for Yuma's life here with the jump in from the Slardar. Hand of God coming in, keeping both Devi and Yuma alive, but Devi eventually falls as Nightfall goes in. Got strength down for the time being. He's still got the BKB at the ready, but Huma considering fighting into them, as now Toronto Tokyo jumps out onto Whisper, but Whisper has the BKB. Lotus up going to prevent the rock from coming through as Nightfall cleans up the Skyrath, but now with the Omni Slash they will find Mikoto. As Nightfall, it's time for him to clean this fight up. KJ going to be next on the list. He gets taken down, but spin TP away from Yuma. Him and Whisper will survive, but Whisper has to be careful. Toronto Tokyo hot on his tail. Wants to find this Beastmaster. As the jump in's gonna be there along with the crush. Buyback coming out from the Jakiro, by the Skyrath, but it might be too little too late. As Schofield needs to make sure he doesn't feed away another life. Yuma trying to man up, but he cannot. Nightfall somehow gets himself a rampage. Looking for the Juggernaut next, who still has the butterfly. Mantistan's gonna be there. Aurora diving past the tier foes. Yuma all the way back in his fountain. Now taking the bloody tier 1 top. Look at this. Both teams looking to take a fight here, but who has the vision superiority? It seems like it's neither team. Mikoto gonna show himself though. It's a nice two-man stop coming in as Mira dropping very, very low, but doesn't die just yet. Now Nightfall with that God Strength gonna look to find the Vi on the Centaur. Omni Slash going through. It will connect on to Toronto Tokyo. He will be taken down. Wasn't in a puddle, however, so if he was, perhaps could have survived that. And now Nightfall without the BKB. Trying to tuck tail and run, but Devi on his tail once again. Goes in with the Storm. Whisper trying to maintain distance. Nightfall though going back in onto Yuma. Yuma survives, and now Nightfall might just be history. Mikoto as well running in circles around the members of Heroic, but eventually they'll bring down the Swen. That's 100 seconds. No Nightfall. Ollie looking to TP out, but is there another Storm? No, there is not. Nice Mystic Flare, actually, along with the Ancient Seal, prevents Mikoto from blinking away, so Yuma gets the connection with the Abyssal. And that's another kill going the way of Heroic. 3 dead for Aurora, and it's all 3 kills biting the dust. Only one of them has buyback here. And that's the Queen of Pain. And Yuma not taking any prisoners. Mira will find his courier, however. That had the Aghanim Scepter on it. But Yuma, smelling blood in the water, just going straight for the jugular. Roars out on the Jakiro. The Jakiro is dead. Ollie forced to buy back. Mikoto might be forced to buy back as well. I mean, he is losing tier foes. The Quap needs to come back here. Finally, he's going to come through. 12 seconds remaining until Slardar respawns, but Yuma likes his odds. He's just going to keep going here. Devi jumping in, trying to find this Jakiro before that Slardar's up. Stampede's going to be popped. Ollie desperately trying to live with the Solar Crescent Gale Gun, but it's not enough. And that's Jakiro dead for 77 seconds. Bounty Hunter buying back as well into this fight as the Slardar makes his way back, but he's one lone fish against 5 members on the side of Heroic, and the fish out of water stands no chance whatsoever. It's gonna be a clean 2-0 for the side of Heroic as AURORA. Oh boy, I don't see any GGs coming up from them. It's only after the throne falls that Holly and Mira drop the double G's in chat, and